What about the aftermath? You participated in a bunch of competitions. You did well in many competitions. Were there relationships that you built? Were there opportunities that came from them? How did you leverage the wins that you had on the back end after the season in air quotes is kind of happened? What did you continue to do related to the competitions, I guess?
AJ, that's a great question. In some of the larger competitions, if you can get okay, and a lot of the medium to smaller competitions, you can get immediate feedback. Always do that. Write some quick notes about what people say, um, and be ready to dismiss every single thing that everybody says about what they thought of your performance. They have just witnessed 10 to 50 people in a row. They don't super remember exactly everything you did. They might have taken notes. What you have is their immediate impression of what you did. Whatever they say, you can dismiss it. If two or three people say the same thing, then you need to think about it and be like, huh, is what I'm doing coming off this way, this way, this way? Then you can think about it. Otherwise, always get the feedback and always be ready to dismiss it because everyone's got an opinion and yours is the one that matters. Um, but then in larger competitions, sometimes they will email you feedback if you ask for them. A lot of times they're like this, just you get done with the competition, there's nothing else. So if you have made any contacts there, if you've gotten any emails, you can just send a thank you email like, hey, thanks so much. I really appreciated you guys hearing me, whatever. And that's just a way for them to see you a second time. They've heard you, now they have your email and they know that you're thankful. That actually helps quite a lot in just building burgeoning relationships because as you guys know, everybody works everywhere and everybody works at multiple places. And a relationship you make with somebody who is an administration at a company C might one day be a casting director at company A, and they will already have a relationship with you. So that goes without saying. Be nice to everybody, and not in like a weird self-serving business way. Just because be nice to people, and they'll be nice back, and then we'll all have a better day for it. Um, and then lastly, you never know who is in the audience for open competitions where it's more than just judges and they invite people in. You never know who's there, which is great because you never know who's there, and it's also terrifying because you never know who's there. Don't think about it, but um, the biggest thing I got out of the biggest thing on paper I got out of my competition season last year was doing one competition where I did not win anything at all. I did not have my strongest performance at all, but a casting director for a company heard me and was like, there's something there. And he emailed me and he asked me to come sing for a role. And I did, and I got hired for it. And I didn't win that competition, and I really did not have my best performance, but they heard something that they liked and contacted me about it, and that was it. So as far as I'm concerned, I absolutely won that competition, but it was 6 months later that I realized I had won it. So you never truly know who you're singing for, which is terrifying and freeing. So since you don't know who you're singing for, you have to sing for yourself.
Did you get video assets from all of the competition? Was there media that you could later use on websites, that kind of thing? Or
George London does that. George London posts it, and then you can request to have your part of it. George London because they stream it, and then it's up on YouTube. So people
got it.
that stream it, it's up on YouTube. You can request your portion,
Okay.
but generally no,
We had
they
one of the Gari had one though. Remember we had a video of
yeah,
you?
because you guys streamed also, right?
We didn't stream. We actually edited afterward. So we shot during your final performance, and then we it was edited together, and then it was used
That's right.
later.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm sorry, PJ. I forgot because that you guys also you had the standard, you had a still camera, and then you also had the guy walking around, right?
We had a few different angles, and we ended up
Yeah,
cutting together a video. We did that for all of the ones, the final videos,
the
the
final
winners.
one. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
L'amour, l'amour, oui, sola troubli tout l'être. Mais quel soudain clarté resplendit à
good for everybody. And that's sad because you'd like to cover everyone,
Yeah,
but we did do that, and that's on YouTube. It's on our website.
that's right.
On Gari, we also have pages for each of the winners.
Mhm.
So there's a web page with video, et cetera, et cetera. Um, so,
I guess it was
but
you
so
guys.
so it's not standard procedure though to get
No, no,
the
it's
video.
generally not. And but one thing I recommend you guys do is, and this, so ladies, if you have a dress with pockets, do this. And guys with your suit pockets, put your phone on airplane mode, press record, walk out there. Always, if you can help it, always record what you're doing. That is the most helpful way to listen back and be like, okay, I felt this way in the moment. Here's what it actually sounded like. It has put to bed so many fears. I'm like, oh man, did I cack that note? And I listened back to it. I was like, I did not at all. Well, your experience is different than their experience, and your phone will help you tease out what actually happened. So it is great, and it's also great because you know your phone is recording, and you don't have to listen to yourself in the moment. You can just be making music. You don't have to be assessing yourself in the moment. So, and then you have a recording. It's not one you can use because the piano is behind you very very loudly, but um, that's just another thing I would say for um, when you're taking advantage of the competition. Try it if you can to record what you're doing.
Chris, this has been really, really helpful. I'm sure a bunch of singers are going to be really inspired by what you said.